Hello, everyone. Ho ho ho, we're live. All right, welcome. This is chess. We'll play some chess this morning, and let's just get right to it. I thought I got my coffee here. We'll just do a little warm up, and we got the daily puzzle here, and so it's called "Give Me a Push," and let's see. One of the first things I see here is we got move this closer. We've got whoa. We got some threats here. So I got these double rooks. But if I were to move this rook away, then I would just blunder checkmate. So that's not good. Um, Otherwise, the queen doesn't have any checks here. Um, my first thought, because it's a puzzle, is just sacking the queen. Because the king wouldn't have anywhere to go. The king would be forced to take back. Then I'd have check here. King runs. I got check. King can run here. I got another check. And then the king would have to go here. And then maybe pawn. But then he could sack the knight. And I can recap, but then he can recap. Maybe there's a different move there. So sack, take, check, move, check, move here. And so the king's going to be on d7. I get rook takes f7. Then if king down, king on d6. Then rook d8. And I think that forces him to take on d8. Then I have d7, checkmate. The pawn protects the pawn, covers the e5 square. The c5 pawn checks the king. And the king can't move because I'll still have this rook covering the back rank. That looks right. Not sure what else there would be. Not sure. I think that's right. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. See. Let's check. Check. Boom. Here. D8. Yep. C5. Nailed it. That was a good puzzle. I like that. Hey, can you take those? Can you take those clothes on the ground? I'm recording. Can you take those clothes on the ground? Close my door. Thank you. Okay, so I figure we play a puzzle, and then we just play a game or two. We do a review or something afterwards. 1373. All right, let's go. All right. Sounds like I'm black. So usually when I'm black, I play the Caro-Kann. Pretty much my best black opening statistically, I think. He's going to play the 2 knights. Oh, he's just going to take. Okay. All right. Then I should just get regular development here. I have the option of playing bishop f5. Bishop f5, and then I can play e6. If he ever checks, I got, I think, knight d7. I think this is fine. We just develop my pieces. Later, maybe queen b6. Still no threat here, right? I mean, I can't take. Yeah, there's still no threat here. I can even just develop this knight. If I play this move, then he's got captures. I could probably just play a6. Yeah, I could probably just play a6 and just take back. Take the queen. All right, now I'm going to just play e6 and maybe rook c8. I could just develop my pieces, castle my king short. If he wants to trade off everything, I guess he can do that. Maybe castle. I could just push my pawns. I could also play h6 and just ask him what's he want to do with the bishop. But my opponent's playing really fast for a 15-minute game here. Moves his bishop. I could throw my knight on e4. Bishop b4, he just plays c3. I could also just play bishop e6 and trade the bishops. I feel like I want to play rook c8. I'm not sure which rook. It might not matter. I could also maybe put my rook behind these 2 pawns and just push them up the board or something. Queen c6. Create some sort of threat on this pawn. I mean, I could also play queen b5, threaten this pawn. I wonder if I could target this pawn. Like maybe just rook e8 and push e5. He might want to play bishop e5. He's got 3. I can't really push e5. I might want to trade off his bishop. He might still play here anyway. And after takes, he'll take with the pawn, or he'll bring his rook down. I got knight e4, bishop e5. I don't really have a plan there. Alright, if I just make this threat, he could push his pawn, or he can move his rook. Pushing his pawn would be really good for me. Defending with the rook. All right, let's just bring a rook to open file. We'll just bring a rook to an open file. Maybe queen c6. Queen c6 and then queen b5. Let's bring in his bishop back. Okay, now that makes me think about he might be wanting to play g4, which would be very strange. Like queen c6, bishop b4. I mean, I would just win a pawn. Yeah, if I play e4, he's not going to play. I can take bishop h4. He'd take back with the knight, and then maybe think about, that'd be crazy. Then my knight would have nowhere really to. I'd have to go back. Maybe we can just double up. I can't play here. If I play here, he could just play c3. And then maybe we'll just undermine the pawn. All right, let's play b5. Then maybe we'll play c6. For some reason I wasn't thinking of this. But I can just move my queen. So I got a7, attacking the pawn. If I went c7, I'd be putting some pressure. I mean, I don't think he's got... Maybe he's got... Yeah, we can just win a pawn that way, I guess. I think I'll try queen a7. Just put pressure on this pawn. And then, yeah, he's restricting my knight. But I think we're going to just trade this knight off. Because, like, this is a really good position. I'll have to take back. Unless he's dreaming of a crazy sacrifice. I could play e6 and then create some sort of threat here. I mean, he sacks. Like, I don't think he's got anything there. And if he goes back, we'll just trade. So this is putting pressure on his center pawn. That's a good thing. Yep. I hope I'm not doing something silly here. But now I'm free to like double up on the C file. I think this is good for me. Okay. I can just kick the bishop out. These are all covered. Right? Why not? He can't go here. I'll just blunder his bishop. Okay. Am I afraid of these pawns? And he's got queen here. King up. That could be an unnecessary trade. I can just move my knight again. I mean, I can move my knight here and just defend g7. I feel like it's passive. Defend g7. I can push f6. Pushing f6 would drop e6. Kind of looking at trying to double up on this file, though. Maybe I can jump my knight over to c4. Well, f6 moves his bishop back. Yeah, I mean, that just blunders, I think. I think I'm still gonna do this. Now I'm also helping protect the e-pawn. Okay. He's looking to overprotect that pawn. I still kind of want to do it anyway, though. Because, like, I don't know what other moves he has. Unless I open up this one of these files and then one of these rooks can come over. I'm still going to do it anyway. I mean, he kind of can't make any moves. Might also move my queen because it's not doing a whole lot right here. Can maybe play c4. Or maybe like d6, d5. Okay, he's getting out of the pin. Maybe just start pushing my pawns up. My knight here can't move forward. I kind of like this move because I got moves here. If he takes, I'll just take back. Okay. Okay, now I got c4 and then rook c4 and then c3. I can just start pushing these pawns. Rook behind the pawns. Probably be pretty strong. Okay. So he's stopping the rook from going here, but that frees up this square. I'm still gonna double back up because he still needs to like keep an eye on this pawn. And then, like, I think I just want to create a triple stack here, right? 1, 2, 3. Right? Like, if my queen was here. Yeah, and then I just lose. I could try for e7, looking at a3. I can still just play here anyway. If the queen moves, then he does drop the d pawn. Unless the queen just moves up. I might as well. I mean, I don't think he's got any other threats here. Okay, so now queen e3, a3. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Trading the rooks. I can play queen b4, and if trades, I'll just be in a good position there. takes, takes with check, and then he's got this check. That's messy. Otherwise, takes. Then I got queen here. He just moves his rook. Well, he'd have to defend. Yeah. Right? And then queen here. And he can't defend this pawn. And then if rook a1, I got queen b2. Right? Right now his queen defends the rook, so he doesn't have to move it, but I can take this pawn. And then I'll be attacking his c pawn. Unless he defends it, I play queen b2, and then he plays like queen c2. Okay. Takes, blunders his queen. Takes here, and then I take back. I mean, this is just a blunder, right? Or am I missing something? Yeah, the blunder's the queen. Okay. And we win. Okay. that was an unfortunate game. 1393. So I'm 7 points away from 1400. I felt really good about that game. I'm now out of coffee. Good game. Let's look at the review. We'll skip the game review. We'll just look at the analysis here. Okay. And we'll just kind of look at this. I mean, I don't... When I think about doing a review, I think about, like, if there was a move I wasn't sure what to do. I think I played pretty solid the whole way. This is the Exchange Caro-Kann. It wants, knight c6. So bishop out here is probably not bad either. I don't think this is a big deal. Knight d7 is a move. a6 is a good reply. Knight f6. I was also thinking of knight f6. I don't remember why I did knight. I think because if I did knight f6, I still can't take because it's pinned. But maybe it frees up my queen to go queen b6. Like maybe knight f6. Maybe he plays knight c3. And then maybe queen b6. The engine says knight f6, knight c3, and then a6. So I can just develop. So after a couple moves, then I develop, and then bishop takes check. But we just kind of skipped that, and then d7 check is the right move. Take back. Doesn't want to take back. Taking here was a little strange. That gives me the advantage right away. Whoops. Everything else was kind of straightforward here. Knight e4. I thought about knight e4 because, yeah, knight e4 here would just make the bishop have to retreat or something. Queen a4, queen b5, fc8. Okay, so my other rook to the c file would have been fine. This was fine too. Queen a7 was a move. Queen b7. Just getting the queen out of the way, right? Knight d7 is a move. b4. Should just push the pawns, maybe. Yeah, d7 is a solid move here. It really wants me to play b4. I would say the only thing I don't understand about b4 is maybe it helps prevent this pawn from pushing forward. Otherwise, I guess h5 to kick the knight. And knight b6. Oh, yeah, okay. So, like, I could have been... I was really worried about something here. I was really worried about him sacking a piece or something. My king would be a little exposed. But I guess it would still be fine. But I don't know if I want to play that position. But I would have knight b6 and then knight c4. Just putting pressure on b2 there. The other thing is having the knight here. I'm thinking like, oh, he just plays b3. You know, and then what? Like, I don't know, bishop b3. Moves the rook. I could play here anyway. Maybe moves the queen. Yeah, I mean, it gets a little confusing there. I thought I'd just trade some of his pieces away. Rook fd8. Rook fe8. Yeah, but I mean, he can't play here though. Right? Yeah. Okay. Move I played is fine. Okay, so here it's like, what's my plan? Top engine moves. I could have did rook c4 right away. Knight e8. Knight e8's a move, yeah. So I played knight e8 because it just makes sense. I get my knight out of here because I don't want doubled pawns. It also just protects, and I can like reroute my knight. And he's got a dark square bishop, but most of my pieces are all on light squares. And then I was planning on doubling my rooks here. It still wants me to play like knight d6. Yeah, bishop takes is a good move. But I just have a good position here. Yeah, so rook c3, simple move. Queen e7. This is a really good move here. With the plan of just infiltrating with the queen, because like my pawn structure is just more solid, and his is a little shaky. And I have double rooks on the file. Like I'm kind of putting a lot of pressure on him, and he's got his pieces kind of clumped more in the back, or I got mine like ready to go, you know. And this, he wanted to try to trade get rid of the pressure here, I think. I think he's thinking like takes, but like queen a3 is a good move. Rook takes e3. I think I took the rook because after the queen takes, then my queen infiltrates an a3, and then yeah. But here I was also thinking queen here too because then he can't take anymore. But after a3. I mean, this isn't that good, right? Can you just play a3? Queen takes a3. Yeah, okay, so I was thinking this too, but this gets a little weird, right? Oh, that's just mate. Duh. That would just be mate. That would be mate because he moved his king to h1. See, I was thinking like, oh, I take this with check. He moves his king. I didn't think that one extra move where like, oh wait, he can't move his king, or else I would have I probably would have played that line. But I was thinking like his queen can get back here, and then it could start like eating my pawns. Maybe I eat his pawns, and it just gets complicated. I like this play better, and this is just a blunder. I was thinking rook here, queen here. I guess queen c1 trading everything, but then I have captures here. I also have queen takes d4, rook takes c2. I probably would have seen rook takes c2. I mean, I might have seen this. This would just be killer. And then he's just tied down to this pawn. And then I can start bringing my king in. Maybe. Maybe he's going to start pushing his pawns down. But if he ever moves his rook away, I mean, rook here could be a problem, right? Well, he can never move his rook off the back rank though, because that's just mate, because of his king. So he'd have to spend the move like playing h3. King h7, king f8. Just start bringing my king in. But that didn't happen. Instead, we got c4, which was a strange push. I was thinking he was going to end up doing something like that and then just blunder a rook. But he just ended up blundering his queen by accident. Boom, boom. And then at that point, I don't think he cared. He could have tried to protect himself or something. Rook f1, rook g1. But, I mean, at this point, it's over. Plan on trading off the rooks. All right. I don't know if I should play another one or not. Okay, I have no more coffee. Let's we'll play one more and try to get 1400. I think. Close this window. Just checking my stream still okay. And we'll do a new game. New 15-minute game. We get the white pieces, and I usually go for the Scotch opening. I can still play knight f3 here. Looks like he's just playing regular Sicilian. Our opponent's rated 1456. I mean, I think I can still play this. I don't know too much about playing against Sicilians. He's got queen. I imagine queen a5 check. Let's see here. Can reinforce the knight. And then start developing my pieces. I can also pin his knight, but I think he just plays a6. But I can take... Wait, bishop b5. Queen a5 check. Could defend with knight c3. I guess he could also just unpin. Maybe I'm thinking too much. Bishop f4. Maybe even bishop e3. I could also just develop my knight. I mean, I'll probably just develop my knight anyway. I mean, if he takes, I got queen recap. Might play knight here, knight f6. Pawn is not under any threat yet. I could maybe recap now, and then after he takes bishop d3, preparing to castle. Probably. Let's do that. And we'll castle. And then we'll have some attacks over here or something. Castle. I could also maybe push f4. That's scary though. f4, he's got queen b6. I have bishop f4 and queen d2. Kind of looks good. Unless he plays knight h5 here. I got queen c1 defending the pawn. Yeah, I think this is okay. I'm setting up this kind of battery here. Defend the pawn. Set up this battery to get rid of this bishop here. Which I think I'm going to do. He's going to win the pawn, though. I probably should have thought about that before just blitzing that move. He's going to win the pawn. Or not. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm going to take the bishop. Knight b4, defending, attacking the queen. Not sure where my knight's going after that. Otherwise, like, push my pawn. Have a sniper queen. So after this move, I got no plan. He just moves his queen back. Although queen d2, if he did take, I have rook b1, winning his bishop. Do I want to try that? Boom. Because where is his queen gonna go? Queen would have to go. Queen would have to go to b3. Let's just do that. I mean, it shouldn't catch him off guard, but maybe. Is he gonna fall for that? He does not. I was gonna say I have knight b5. I mean, playing this would just be a blunder. I can play e5. I can also maybe rook to the file here. Let's see, he's got 2. I got 2. He's got 2. Doesn't really change this move. I can also attempt something weird. I don't want to attempt something weird. He also gives me this. Actually, he gives me this square now that he's moved his pawn down, which might be better. Loses a pawn. If I move my bishop out of the way. I want to be aggressive. I don't want to push this. He's got discovered check. I can maybe play. I don't know. This is getting weird. I'm still trying to like bait him into this. Okay. All right, well, the difference here now is I have bishop here. And if he takes this, he takes this, takes this, take. And that's just a big trade, except he's up a pawn. I also have knight d5. Boom, boom, boom. Then my bishop's pinned. I can also play rook. I mean, I feel like rook e1's just a move here, right? How is it not a move? Just defend the e-pawn? We'll just defend the e-pawn, and then I'm still threatening bishop b5. Okay, bring this back. But he still can't take though. Bishop f1. Is there any reason I can take? Probably not. He's gonna move his queen somewhere, right? Like I'll play bishop f1. It's still usually, sometimes it's a good move to play a bishop back here. Whoa. That's just a trade. I can play e5 now. And then I can take. What's he? He's going to play here? Takes. Trade. Check. King back. Trade. And then I can get this pawn in the end. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this has got to be winning for me though. Somehow. I can just take. Yeah. If anything, I got this check here. We'll just trade all these, and then I got rook takes at the end here. Rook on the 7th is good for me. I'm up a pawn, and I can bring my other rook to the d file. If I play rook d1, he might play bishop e6, and then rook on the 7th. Looks good. Rook on the 7th. Threatening. I guess I'm not threatening anything. I can't play rook on the 7th because of the bishop. No, he'd cover the 7th. Takes. Can I sack a piece? That'd be dumb. He still covers that pawn too. I guess I'd have to play rook back here. Now, no, wait. I can play rook e1 now. Threaten the bishop again. Because it's the bishop's pinned. So he's got to play bishop back here. Interesting. then this pawn's still under fire. Takes. Blunt, let's see, I lose a pawn. Otherwise, he's got rook takes here. In time for this. Not in time for bishop. Fianchetto bishop. Well, I can defend. He's got this. I can push. I guess I'll defend my pawn. I don't feel too good about this, but probably going to play. I got rook c7, threatening this pawn here. If he pushes, I push. I don't think there's much he can do here. Okay, now I got rook c7. You might have to trade off the rooks. Okay. Okay. I feel like I have to trade the rooks here. And now go here. He might go back. I think we're going to just push this pawn. Just kind of lock his pawns in. Lock his bishop in. I do something to get my bishop out here. He's got this bishop move, but I think bishop here. He's got rook takes. Bishop here, rook. Let's see. He just takes my rook. He's going to lose this pawn if he moves his bishop. Move my rooks here. He takes. Move my rook up. He moves his rook up. pawn takes. I just move my rook up. Then I'm stuck guarding the pawn. Let's do it. There might be a better move here, but I'm not sure. You can take with the pawn. I'll move my rook up, and then my rook's pretty well defended. I mean, my 7th rank's defended. He might got... That just protects that. I have bishop e2. Move my king out. Yeah, I mean, that would be a nice blunder, right? All these squares are covered, so the rook can't infiltrate. Move this pawn. Okay. That's fine. Trade bishops. Try to get my king over here. Okay, so I can move my king here. So yeah, I can move my pawns. Goes king here. He's got to move his rook. Okay, rook back makes sense. Here. Takes. Move my rook here. He can't push. Make a waiting move here. So you want to do rook here, here? Stop the king from moving forward. I got this check. King moves. As I got this check, king's gonna move there anyway. I got this move. The king can't really get in. I got the E file. I'll just move a pawn. What do you want to do? Interesting. Move back. He's got this move, I guess. Just gonna do this to gain some time. Okay, well, now I have this move. Now let's my king over here. Okay, you want to trade everything? All right, yeah. GG here. Yeah. Wonder where I went wrong. We'll look at that after the game. Let's see here. Still a chance to stalemate, I think. Here. There's queen here. Here. You may still do queen here. Probably should have left that on the board. Okay. There's just queen here. Okay, let's see where I went wrong, because I felt like I was winning up until a certain point. I thought all this was pretty good. Yeah, I think this move, I rushed this move, because bishop takes was a better move. I got away with it, though. See, I was right here, I was really hoping for queen e8, because after those sequence of moves, he would just lose his bishop. E5 and c5. What did I play here? I shouldn't have been trying to play for like this trick here. I got rook e1, bishop f1, knight takes d5. Okay, so knight takes d5 should have been the move here. And why is knight takes d5 better? Because I got knight c3 check. And then I got rook takes e7. I guess this is just a way better position. Okay. So we traded off everything. I figure I'm much better here, but I guess I'm not that much better. My defense here was not very good. Rook A, E1. I should have doubled up immediately, but even then, like, if I double up, like... Well, that would... Okay, that would blunder the bishop right away. But doubling up here... I mean, he takes this pawn... And then rook d7. And this whole time, this rook preventing his bishop from moving back. Then I can take the pawn. Excuse me. Save my rook first, though. But then he just goes back, right? Yeah, but then I can just take. Okay. So, much trickier game. Rook b1. I also think the en passant b4 was probably... So rook c8 was good. Trade rooks. g3. Yeah, okay. So this move was bad. This move was bad. This move ruined me here. I should have went for some sort of fianchetto setup here. It's just an even position here. This is still an even position. It's funny. G3, I was thinking he's got bishop f5 and then rook e1, rook takes b2, bishop takes c4. This would defend the b3 square. King g7, rook c2. Yeah, and it would defend a2. So rook c2. And then I probably have... Okay, the only real winning move here is bishop takes. And we're just trading a bunch of pawns here. Rook e3. King g7, and then it's just a draw. Of course, probably wouldn't play it like a draw. Okay. So these pawn moves, I know I shouldn't have moved these pawns like I did. I was playing pretty good up until this point. That happens when you start to run out of ideas. You're like, oh no, and you just start making bad moves. Yeah, this is just losing. I wonder if there's anything I could have done here. Just stalled. Yeah. All right, well, those are my two games. And I think that's a good time to end the stream. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next Saturday, hopefully.